Alrighty, everybody. Welcome back to Blender Seth. We're gonna get. I promise y'all, we're gonna get started learning Blender here soon. But like I said, there's a lot to learn, a lot to unpack, a lot to teach, and life changes. As it does for me, and that's one of the reasons why you're looking at Blender right now the way I have it. This is, you might not recognize this as Blender, but this is like a little special. But if you watch my previous videos, you learned that I've kind of got carpal tunnel in my right wrist, and I'm right-handed, so yeah, using a mouse is kind of weird now. Not weird, but a little painful because my right wrist has got limited movement. So but anyway, as you can see, I might have mentioned this before. This is my Vagon computer, Vagon.io, and this is going to be a little bit of a review on Vagon. I'm not going to go over to YouTube right now, but if you search Vagon review on YouTube, you're going to get a lot of reviews on there, and they're like every product, no matter what you're reviewing. You're going to get all positive. Everything's positive. And that's because, they're partners or they're being sponsored, by this certain company. And, usually because of an NDA or whatever, you're not allowed to talk bad about the company or anything. So it's kind of like, it's a little biased if you ask me, but, but, goes with any. This is not just for Vagon. This goes for any product, any software, even Photoshop. It doesn't matter. Even Blender. Don't go by what you see on YouTube. Even though I teach on YouTube, but I'm up front. I'm telling people. I'm not sponsored by anyone. Well, for one, my channels are too small to be sponsored. But even if they were big, I wouldn't take sponsorship. I got Patreon up for my supporters, and I'll probably have a PayPal donate button in my description for support. If the people that like the channel and stuff want to support, then that's what we do. And my reviews, whether it be software or whatever it is, my reviews are going to be honest and to the point. And if the product's not good, it's not good. But a lot of it depends on you guys. There's no product that's really spectacular, if you ask me. Every product, because we're dealing with computers, after all. I know I'm ranting here, but I don't know how long you guys have been on a computer. I've been on a computer for 25 years now, and nothing hardly ever goes correct because you got to install a software, and drivers have got to work, and drivers got to be updated. A lot of times there's problems with the drivers, and even when everything's working like right now, I'm on Blender. I'm using Blender 2.83 on this version because of the way it's set up. But when you have the later, like Blender 3.0, and then Blender 3.1 comes out, so you go and upgrade, and after you upgrade, you find out some things have been screwed up, some things don't work, and everything. It's still kind of a little buggy in there. And that's going to happen with every update. And then, that's the whole thing about computers. It takes troubleshooting because you're going to run into problems. Things are not going to work right. Things are not going to go the way you see someone else go. Now, you got to remember, all these other people that you see videos on, these are recordings. They might have started out the recording and everything, and something might have went bad on theirs, and so they stopped and figured it out, or figured a way around it, and continue. But the recording that you're watching on YouTube, that could be like take 15 or take 25. Well, who knows what take that? But that's the one that came out good. Don't think that people that have YouTube channels and stuff say, you know what? I think I'm just going to throw a video out on this. And they hit their recording software and start going, and the whole thing goes perfect, and voila, there it is. No, every video takes work. Most YouTubers script their videos. I'll probably start scripting my videos pretty soon. Mainly because, you know, I got a film channel too, The Poor Filmmaker, and as you can tell, if you haven't figured it out right now, I rant a lot, I digress a lot, so I kind of like need to write a script just to keep me on track and stop from wasting people's time. But anyway, this is a add-on from a guy called HeavyPoly. Now, I'm going to be doing a lot of tutorials on this, you know, because, like I said, it's tablet. And by the way, I don't know, there hasn't been a lot of Vagon tutorials put out here recently. There's old ones and stuff, but a lot of the old ones that you watch, they mentioned that there's no tablet support yet and everything. Well, right now, as you can see, I'm twirling this, moving this around and everything, and I'm on a tablet. So, well, like I said, don't go by my video. You know, this could work for you. It depends on your tablet. It depends on your drivers. It depends on your system, and you know, all that stuff and everything. And you know, I'm running Vagon right now. I'm running a Mac, a 2015 iMac, and connecting to Vagon, which is a Windows machine and stuff. You know, you might be on a Windows machine and connecting to Vagon, and you know, so that could make a difference. Everything matters because everything matters. That's all there is to it. You know, your computer is, you know, your computer. But I'm just gonna go by, you know, what this is. But it's basically, you know, just keyboard shortcuts and, you know, like any other ad, like HardOps or anything. You know, they got little, you know, view menu right here for top, bottom, back, left, right, and everything. You know, you got a shaders menu, and this is all custom. I mean, and you know, it's like if we go over here, you see this is not the way your properties look with a profile here, you know, and everything. And you know, we can get to different windows, you know, and stuff in here, like, you know, we can go switch over to Sculpt, Vertex Paint, and all kinds of stuff like that. And right here, got the specials menu. Am I in the? No, I'm not in it. Let me go into object mode. We can pull up the bowling. This is the bowling menu, you know, for live add, live subtract, live intersect, toggle cutters on and off, add. You know, there's a whole system here on this computer. Like here's material, like, you know, here's material. All your materials are in one pop-up. You got your render settings right here. You can go into render. I mean, you know, this is, you know, but it works good for me because all those shortcuts that I'm showing you are on my left hand. And my right hand just has a pen in it on the tablet, which I can move my whole arm around like you see me doing right now without really moving my wrist a whole lot. But I'm going to cover Vagon because there are some issues with using Vagon. And as you can see, the reason I use this is because, you know, I do a lot of animations and stuff like that, and I need to, you know, have a more powerful computer for those and everything. And you can see, well, not right here, but there we go. You can see right here, you know, there's a Tesla T4. I'm not going to run optics with it, and I mostly run CUDA. It's an Intel Xeon, 2.5 gigahertz. But the Tesla's got 16 gigabytes of memory on it. You know, so it pretty much handles whatever I want to throw at it. You know, and that's what this is used for. So when you're watching my tutorials, if you see that I'm on a Mac, or you can see that, you know, it's a Mac, then I'm on my Mac system, and I'm probably not going to be doing anything really far out there or too heavy or anything. And when you see that I'm using the Windows on a Windows machine, then, you know, we're going to get into some, you know, more heavier modeling and heavier files and stuff like that. But and I'll be using other stuff, you know. Since this is Windows, Mac doesn't have anything like this, but since this is Windows, You can see I've got the Blender launcher on here. This is what I've got so far. I got Blender 3.0. It's not listed here, but that's on my desk. That's my main computer. But I've got also 293 and 283. Excuse me. 283 is this one right here that I'm using. And this is probably just going to have this add-on on it. And we'll be doing, a lot of default Blender stuff on here and everything. And I'll have a complete default Blender version on this machine too, and my Mac, where I'll be teaching just plain default Blender modeling and stuff with no add-ons, no HardOps. This is called HeavyPoly, by the way, that I'm using right now. None of this one or anything. It'll just be all default Blender stuff. But anyway, and like I said, there are issues here with Vagon. Copy and pasting issues. It recognizing my keyboard issues. Now that could be because I'm on a Mac going to a Windows machine. They've got settings over here. Copy text to Vagon, copy text from Vagon, Control Delete. Right here they got a switch for Command as Control on Mac. Turn that on. I've done that both ways. I've troubleshooted this whole thing already, and it's buggy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Even one like this, then if I switch it over, if I switch it on like that, then again, sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. So basically, this setting right here doesn't even really matter. I'm sure it's there for something, but I don't know what it's there for because it really doesn't. It's kind of pointless at this point, so I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, there's still some issues. There's some issues with streaming, because it recognizing your audio and your keyboard and stuff like that. You can run streaming software on the computer you're using. Like I'm running streaming software to capture this on my Mac. That's capturing what I'm doing right here on this. But I can't run it on Vagon to capture what I'm doing on my Mac, to record what I'm doing, because it doesn't. I don't know, I don't know how they got it programmed, but it's not recognizing all that back and forth. But anyway, and I'm a programmer, so I don't know the extent, of the development, of Vagon, but it's recognizing my mouse movement, it's recognizing my clicks, my drags. So, I don't know why the programming can't be set up to recognize what's going to pick up what's coming through the network onto it, through USB or whatever connection. There's programming, they can monitor all of that stuff. I mean, anything coming into it basically, whether it's on network or USB or serial or whatever it is. So I don't know what the whole deal is, there, but this is a setup for my main work. You can see I've got Unreal, OBS, which isn't working again because of the streaming, but I got Unreal, Blender, I got the whole Adobe suite, which I mainly use as Photoshop, Premiere, and After Effects, for my work on that. QMon tablet right here, which is the tablet that I'm using. That's the program to configure and set up it. But I can't really set that up because, you can see it's not recognizing. It's recognizing the mouse movement and the clicks and the drags and everything. But there's a driver issue with this right now. And let me see if it's still in here. Yeah. See, tablet driver core is not configured to run when you log in. To change this, go to Settings, Apps, and Startup. Well, you go to Settings, App, and Startup, and right here, Tablet Driver, you can see that it is on. And Tablet OM is, on. And all of these are on. Adobe, everything. Epic Launcher, all these other ones work, but for some reason the tablet's not working. So, like I said, it's a troubleshooting issue again. Don't really know what's going on with that, but Anyway, I hope you guys, if you're still listening, I hope you guys enjoyed the video on what's coming. And for those of you that are interested in this program, right now I don't think there's a lot of tutorials on HeavyPoly. This is called HeavyPoly, by the way. This whole plug-in add-on that I've got, with all these menus here, and all this stuff like that. And this is just the keyboard. I got this up. It'll take you a while to learn all of this stuff. Once you do learn it, you can get rid of this window. You don't need it no more. And you can, set it up the way you want. But that's about all I wanted to cover right now. It's just an intro on HeavyPoly. And when you see me using this, because I also use HardOps, and I've got a plug-in installed on my HardOps version, the version of Blender that I'm using, which is 3.0. I've got a keyboard. I've got a setup on that also to, limit my right wrist movement. And on that one, I use a plugin called Pie Menu Editor. And I basically just make my own custom pies. Kind of like what this is, I guess. Kind of like this. I can make all these in that window and everything. But anyway, you get the point. There's more than one way to skin a cat, Hey. The wife's hollering. She's an animal lover. And we do have cats. No cats. We have one cat. And that's enough. She's a diva and a half. Well, I don't know about we need more. But anyway, well, like I said, I think I covered everything for now. I'll put a video out on a complete video out on Vagon and all the pluses and minuses on it. After I got a little notepad going, so after I get everything, set up on that and what I know, what's working, what's not working, what's hard, and copy and pasting too. Copying from my computer to Vagon, it's supposed to work, without a problem. You shouldn't see what, how it would be a problem with that. But apparently there is. It takes 2 or 3 tries to get it to work. But anyway, hope you guys liked the video. And if you're interested on Vagon and Vagon service and everything like that and everything, I'll be covering more of it. And I'll be, for all my griping and everything on Vagon, I'll still be using Vagon because there's also Parsec and a bunch of, there's other services like this that are cloud machines and stuff like that and everything. But I haven't watched YouTube videos, but I've talked and communicated with other people that have used those services too, and they run into the same problems as I'm running in here. Maybe not the exact ones, but they said that, it doesn't all go as planned when you first sign up. There's going to be some configuring and setting up and troubleshooting. Some things are going to work, some things aren't, and every single service has, it's quarrels and problems. But you don't see that on YouTube. Every video you see on YouTube about Vagon or Parsec or whoever it is, you're going to think that's perfect. Oh, and by the way, and don't listen to my video here on Vagon and go, by the way, and what I just said, and go watch a video on Parsec or one of the other services, and you see everyone's talking beautiful about them and everything, and you won't have a problem. And guess what? When you pay the money and you sign up, you're going to have a problem. Everything's not going to work correctly. Just trust me on this and understand it. If you don't want to trust me, then find out on your own. That's all I got to say. Like I told you, I shoot from the hip. I'm straightforward. So, if you don't want to trust me, in my opinion, then that's fine. Find out on your own and, lose $20, $30 or whatever it is they're charging and lesson learned. If you want to pay to learn a lesson, then, that's fine with me. Go ahead. That's all right. The person, the video that you watched, he still got paid a commission. So he's happy. So yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go for that. I'm all, I don't mind. But anyway, I think that's it for now. The third or fourth time. See, this is why I need to write a script. I, you know, oh boy. But anyway, we'll catch you guys later and have fun.